The former president and presumptive 2024 Republican nominee is charged with 34 felony counts. New York prosecutors say Trump falsified business records to cover up a scheme to silence his alleged mistress. Before the 2016 election, Trump denies those allegations. He has pleaded not guilty.
That's right, folks. Trump's election fraud and hush money trial got underway bright and early this morning, but Trump was up even earlier to fire off a quick fundraising email to his MAGA minion Money Farm and complain about the gag order that he still refuses to adhere to. But maybe it was a little too early for drowsy Donnie here, or maybe Mike Lindell showed up in his bedroom the night before and he couldn't get good sleep.
Looks like you've been sleeping well.
Megan, he's back. The My Pillow guy.
And you're looking good.
Because apparently he was dozing off in the courtroom, with one reporter saying Sleepy Don's chin hit his chest and then shot back up.
I'm just gonna rest my eyes.
But hey, it wouldn't be the first time Trump had an issue keeping it up.
I'm gonna come.
Yeah, we'll see what Stormy Daniels has to say about that in her testimony. And another reporter confirmed it very much looks like Trump is dozing off right now. And I gotta say, it doesn't bode well for someone facing criminal prosecution when their first day of trial starts the same way an average toddler's does, waking up whining and then nodding off before lunchtime.
No.
And the insane irony of that was not lost on anyone, especially coming from a man who essentially coined the term,
"Now, Sleepy Joe." Oh, Sleepy Joe. I did that once. It would be the end of the road, right? They'd say Trump has lost it. They like to say that anyway, I guess, huh?
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough slogan to return to now that hashtag Sleepy Don is #1 trending on Twitter. Even Mark Hamill himself jumped in on the fun.
What a strong this week.
But my personal favorite comment was this. Hush money sounds like the type of thing Don uses to lull himself into nap time. Hashtag Sleepy Don.
The missile is very tired. He is eepy. The missile has had a very long day of splashing bandits and wants to take just a small sleep. He eeby and neebies to sleepy. Mibsile sleepy and need bed by time. The missile is currently experiencing critical levels of being a sleevagey little guy and needs to go to bed.
Yeah, Sleepy Don just needs a small sleep, that's all. He's got lunch plans with Don Jr., and trust me, he'll be wide awake after that.
Want a new show that parties?
The guys in the room here are like, oh, hey, oh, hey. Like, hey, wait a minute.
Watch Cocaine News with your host, Donald Trump Jr.
Let's see which way the wind is blowing.
Hot takes.
If Lizzo's oppressed, then so am I, right?
But let's be honest, folks. Is anyone really surprised Sleepy Don was feeling just a little eepy? The guy's only 4 years younger than Biden, and his mental acuity hasn't been great of late.
Listen to this completely deranged, futile attempt at making a sentence in the English language. This is really, really tough to watch.
Which is incapable of solving even the smallest problem. The simplest of problems we can no longer solve. We can't do anything. We are an institute and a powerful death penalty. We will put this on.
What on earth?
These are not muscle guys here. They're muscle guys up here, right? And they calmly walk to a seat. Ding, 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 ding. They've only got 17 seconds to figure this whole thing out, right? Boom. Okay. We are a nation that just recently heard that Saudi Arabia and Russia will repeat.
Words of a true self-certified stable genius right there.
The stable genius has once again reared his head, only this time President Trump added, so great-looking and smart, a true stable genius. Previously, he neglected to praise his looks.
I'm a very stable genius.
A stable genius, which I guess is Einstein if he owned a comb, I think.
His latest revival of the phrase brought back all the stable jokes. Many noted a math mistake in the very same tweet. That's an improper fraction, stable genius. Oh my goodness. Time to bring out the presidential strength covfefe for narcissistic personality disorder.
And some people have tried to give Trump the benefit of the doubt here, agreeing that he was probably up all night on Truth Social, raging furiously over his predicament, which is true, and others even going as far as to say he was just praying.
All Americans need a Bible in their home, and I have many. It's my favorite book. I'm proud to endorse and encourage you to get this Bible. We must make America pray again.
Is there a favorite Bible verse or Bible story that has informed your thinking or your character through life, sir?
Well, I think many. I mean, when we get into the Bible, I think many, so many. And people talk an eye for an eye. You can almost say that.
Right. That seems about as plausible as O.J. Simpson ending up in heaven.
With the first pick in the 2024 Hell Draft, Satan selects O.J. Simpson.
Others posited that maybe Trump's handlers just had to trank him to keep him from acting up or saying anything stupid during the trial. And based on his rhetoric thus far, I'd argue that seems the most likely scenario.
Donald Trump commented for the first time since a new expanded gag order was placed on him in the New York criminal trial. The order now includes family members of the judge and the prosecutors. Why? Because Trump had been attacking the daughter of Judge Juan Merchan online.
Trump began the day after this gag order was first put in place, attacking the judge's daughter on social media. She works for a Democratic consulting firm. Trump has been trying to argue that she is conflicted and therefore the judge should be recused from the case. He moved to recuse the judge once before. He said he's going to file another motion to do that. That first one was denied. I mean, the judge finding here that these threats are real, he said it is no longer just a mere possibility or a reasonable likelihood that there exists a threat to the integrity of the judicial proceedings. The threat is very real. Admonitions are not enough, nor is reliance on self-restraint.
There is no case, and they've said it. People that don't necessarily follow or like Donald Trump said this is an outrage that this case was brought. This is political persecution. This is a persecution like never before. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. And again, it's a case that should have never been brought. Now, if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole... That's going to be the least of it. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country.
Yeah, and on that note, maybe it is best that they hit him with some kind of low-grade tranquilizer because he'd be far better off in that courtroom acting like this than being allowed to follow his base instincts, which would probably amount to his defense looking something like this.
Will repeat your...
I did everything right and they indicted me.
Thanks for watching, everyone. If you liked the video, be sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let us know your thoughts in those comments down below. And if you feel like getting on the cesspool that is Twitter, you can jump on our hashtag SleepyDon to share your thoughts or just see what other funny stuff people are chiming in with. We'd also greatly appreciate your support here or on Patreon so we can continue to bring you updates on Sleepy Don's legal and stamina troubles. For Really American, I'm Kenny Hesse, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
He is retired and needs to sleep. Just a little sleeging time is a treat. Mid-silly-lele needs to slek. Vertoird boyo. Just a lil guy. Mipsipalibile needs his beady sleep. Look at him go. He yawned because he's skeegy. Neebs to falafel asleep. Neeny time, good night, Mr. the Missile.